Welcome in to Between Two Meeples. I'm Armando Castaneda.
And I'm Tara Castaneda.
And today is December the 12th. We actually had a really good day yesterday.
Really good. Much improved over the 10th of December, which I think has scarred me forever.
Is it?
Yes, the 10th. It was brutal.
It was very
Yesterday
brutal.
was great. I really like cookie baking over bow tying.
I agree. Well, I hope today is fairly easy. A little bit more challenging, but not too challenging, I feel like. But if that sounds like you are up for the challenge and trying to answer this before us, then stick with us because we're about to kick it off.
On December 12th, you entered a library with your mouth still full of cookie crumbs. You stop dead in your tracks when you hear a loud crackle. So I discovered this stranger with the binoculars during a routine check. He came straight to the workshop. You hear the voice of your boss through a speaker. So of course it was panic stations. I remember that we had a security system installed a while back. Just to be on the safe side and protect us from discovery. Red emergency button here in my study. So I rushed over there and hit it right away, hoping that he'd disappear. But then, you catch the horror in your boss's voice on the last few words. What then? You call out desperately. But of course, he still can't hear you. You're trying hard to understand what's going on. What you have experienced so far is extremely disturbing. A stranger who threatens to reveal the workshop, independently of which, or in connection therewith, a severe storm and an earthquake, followed by a paralyzing silence. A security system with an emergency button, which apparently did not have the desired effect. Beads of sweat form on your forehead. You take a deep breath, even if it's difficult, until you have more information. All you can do is continue your journey step by step. So you focus instead on your surroundings. The library. Books. Books have always had a calming effect on you, and that suits you just fine. How wonderful it would be to just grab a good novel and settle into the armchair. But of course, this is not the time to read whole books. Instead, you hastily skim some of the titles. There must be something useful in here somewhere. Now, open door 12. Behind you, you'll find 2 riddle cards, L1 and L2. Nothing on the backside. And nothing is emphasized by like bold or underlined.
I feel like we're going to open up a library.
I think so. It does talk about like skimming them, so I feel like we're going to find something in the room that's useful.
All right. Well, let's crack this thing open.
Okay.
And see. Maybe you might have to crack this thing open. All right.
Here you have our 2 riddle cards. I do see some numbers on the wall. Oh, they're books.
Okay.
So riddle card 1 has...
I mean, what stands out right now is that we have 3 colors that we need, which is yellow, blue, and red. It's like maybe the greens are not necessarily useful right off the bat.
Let's see what's in this room.
All right, what is in the room? On the right wall, we have 312 in red and yellow. On the back wall, we got some blue and green, which is 5131. And then on the left wall, we have an arrow pointing at the little 3, 1, 1. Interesting. I feel like the code starts from the left and goes all the way to the right. And then, I got some words down at the bottom. Learn to read correctly word by word.
What does that bottom say?
Learn to read correctly word by word.
Can I look one more time at... What's interesting is the numbers in here are different sizes. You have like large, small, medium, and large numbers. Like it's the little yellow 3, and there's 3 yellow books.
There's one book that has 3 words on it.
I think the thing I was leaning towards though is there's a 5 back there. Number 1 medium.
You think it has to do with book size?
I think so. Let me just finish
Large
reading this.
red too.
Large red. Okay, I think I messed up somewhere, but what I think it's telling us, we have small, medium, and large
Numbers. Okay.
So when we see this a little yellow 3, it's asking for the 3rd word of the smallest book.
Okay.
Then we have a medium. Oh, I did the wrong book. That's a medium. I thought it was a large. So medium 1.
Well, let's work together then. Let's double check. So do you want to go all the way in order? I'm assuming it has to be.
Yeah, I think we might have it, but let's go through it.
Let's validate that.
Yep.
So small yellow book, 3rd word.
Okay. How?
Okay. Medium green 1.
Okay. Mini.
Okay. Large yellow 1.
Stockings.
Small blue 5.
Candles.
Small 1 green.
And
Big green 3.
bells.
Big blue 1.
Are
Medium red 3.
on
Medium yellow 1.
the
Big red 2.
table. So we're looking for a table, and we would need to count stockings, candles, and bells.
On the table?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't, unless this could be a table, but I don't see stockings.
Do you see stockings on that table? What are we looking for again?
Stockings, candles, and bells.
Okay, so we need to count stockings, candles, and bells, but it goes back to where on earth do we find a stocking?
I don't think I've seen them anywhere. I don't remember.
There's no stockings in the room. There's no stockings on this table.
Do we think that's a table?
I imagine it's the workbench. See, it matches this.
Okay, let's look at it one more time. I open it. Actually, because here's candles. I didn't realize those were candles.
Yeah, those are 3 candles. 4 candles up there.
If that's the hard. Is that the table?
I mean, it's you're right, but this is the workshop, right? So this picture here is what we're looking at on the inside.
Right. I just don't know if we count this one because it's not on the table.
Okay. Well, I mean, even if that is the candle, let's just continue to run this back.
Yeah.
What else do we need to look for?
So stockings, we're seeing 0.
Okay, and the next word?
Candles.
Candles is 3 or 4.
Yeah. I'd say 3 first, if not 4.
Okay.
And bells.
I think those are bells.
I thought these were the bells.
Those are way too many bells.
That's 14. Do we add them together? No, that would only be 7.
The back doesn't look like it comes into play.
Did we have an emergency button somewhere?
Oh, yeah. That was day 1 or day 2? Not day 1. Day 2. There's our emergency button. But there's no tables in there.
Let me do one more look in here. Oh, don't want to remember the bow tying department. 10, 9. That was a big table, but I didn't think there was anything.
No, it's just an office table.
Office table. 8. There's an elevator. Another room. 6. 5. 4. 3.
Okay. Let's, does that sentence make sense?
Yeah. How many stockings, candles, and bells are on the table?
Okay. So before we just want to, I probably edited out like 8 minutes of us sitting here thinking silently, trying to figure this out. We figured out the words.
Uh-huh.
We know the riddle. We are floored by a table. We have looked and counted everything on here that we can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
We have counted everything that we could possibly see on the cover. And we are
Stumped.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Let's see.
I bet you the first clue is going to be something that we already know. I don't think it's going to help us. But you can go ahead and read it.
I bet the first clue is going to talk about... It's explaining the numbers that we saw.
Okay, go ahead.
High up in a room hangs a banner with numbers of varying colors and sizes. On riddle cards L1, you'll find an image of a bookshelf. The books are also interesting colors and sizes. So I think we got through that. We know what the riddle is.
Okay.
How many stockings, candles, and bells are on the table.
You didn't stump us there, but okay. Let's continue going.
The numbers on the banner appear to be 3 sizes, small, medium, large, and in colors red, green, yellow, blue, exactly like the books. They match well. A small yellow number probably relates to a small yellow book. But what does the number itself mean? Perhaps the open book on the floor of the library might help you out there.
Learn to read correctly, word by word. Once again, I still feel like we got... Learn to read correctly, word by word.
So stockings, I think you were alluding to this. Stockings are on the yellow book. Candles are off of a blue book. And bells are off of a green book. Stockings maybe is word 1. Candles is word 5. And bells is word 3. I haven't done anything like that before.
Yeah, but the problem is that...
Why did they give us a riddle about?
A green. That doesn't make any sense. You would think if they would have done it.
I get it.
It should have been on a red.
Green balls, blue candle. There's not blue candle. I don't know. I'm so stumped.
Yeah, well.
I think we take a look.
Okay, well, I feel like we are 21 minutes into this. It's probably a lot shorter video, but we didn't just...
I haven't fully looked at the clue, but apparently this is the table.
You're joking.
Did we know? I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, look it. It's called a decoder table.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, so the small yellow number indicates a small yellow book. So we want the small yellow number 3 would encourage you to read the third word on the yellow book. The book says banking know-how.
How on earth were we supposed to know stockings were going to be the red one? Because of the process of elimination?
It's similar to how they've done other things. The first one would be stockings. So this would be number 1. Candles would be number 2, which is blue. It's just the order. So we count our stockings. 2 stockings. Your candles are 9. And your bells.
3, 4.
So if we then do 2, 9, 4, we flip it. We go down and to the right.
Okay, hold on. Let's go down and to the right.
Left and up and to the right. So star, square, L. Okay. Oh, lesson learned here. Read what your items mean that they give you. We missed that this was a table and the back had.
I think that's one of the things that just upsets me about Exa games. You're just like, come on.
We were too focused on this being the table and the workbench and not reading what else we had in front of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're hoping for a better day tomorrow. It seems to go in waves.
Good, bad,
Yep.
good, bad, good,
So,
bad. I mean, we figured it out. We had the riddle.
I don't know if we can say we figured it out, but we had the riddle.
And, yeah.
And maybe if we would have been able to catch this being the table, we didn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows that in an Exa game, they literally use everything.
Everything. Yep.
So, note to self, or if you ever get an Exa game, don't throw anything away because they're going to figure out a way to put a trick or a clue somewhere that you're not even going to realize. And we didn't even realize it because it was we stared at this thing for 12 straight days and didn't realize it was the decoder table.
Right.
So.
Okay. Hope you all had better luck until tomorrow.
I am Armando Castaneda.
And I'm Tara Castaneda.
This is Between Two Meeples. We'll see you tomorrow.